states in our nation, they have what I call Trump abortion bans, including North Carolina and every single state in the South except Virginia. Think about that. Every single state in the South except Virginia. Now, 1 in 3 women in America lives under a Trump abortion ban. Many with no exceptions even for rape and incest. It is immoral. It is immoral. And I know we all here understand and agree one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree the government should not be telling her what to do with her body. And what we know is that the impact of this is, it's been over 2 years now since that decision came down. The impact of this is so real. It's affecting people every day, just based on the stories we know, and there are so many stories we don't know. Think about it. Because of Trump's abortion bans, women are being refused care during miscarriages. Some are only being treated if they develop sepsis. And when asked on Tuesday night, Donald Trump refused to say that he would veto a national abortion ban. You remember that? He refused to answer that question. Refused to answer that question. Well, I'm going to tell you, when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly. And across our nation, we are witnessing a full-on assault on other hard-fought, hard-won fundamental freedoms and rights, like the freedom to vote, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom to breathe clean air and drink clean water, and the freedom to love who you love openly and with pride. And North Carolina has a history of the point I'm about to make. Generations of Americans before us led the fight for freedom. And now the baton is in our hands. It is in our hands. So we who believe in the sacred freedom to vote will finally pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act and the Freedom to Vote Act. Believe in the freedom to live safe from gun violence will finally pass an assault weapons ban, universal background checks, and red flag laws. So much is at stake in this election. So much is at stake in this election. And understand, this is not 2016 or 2020. For a number of reasons, including why the stakes are higher, because 2 months ago, the United States Supreme Court basically told the former president that he will effectively be immune no matter what he does in the White House. Think about that. Think about that. Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails, right? He who has vowed that if reelected, he'll be a dictator on day one, that he will weaponize the Department of Justice against his political enemies, and has called for the, quote, termination of the Constitution of the United States of America. Think about that. And let us be very clear. Somebody who suggests we should terminate the Constitution of the United States should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again. Never again. Never again. You know, one of the points that I mentioned on Tuesday, so the people who served under him at the White House, who saw him every day, right? His national security advisor, his defense secretary, his chief of staff, and his vice president, all have warned, all who worked with him every day in the White House, sat with him in the Oval Office, have warned America, Donald Trump is not fit to be president of the United States and should never again occupy our nation's highest office. So and we're not going back. We're not going back. So it comes down to this. It comes down to this. We are here together because we love our country. We love our country. And we understand the awesome responsibility that comes with the greatest privilege on earth, the privilege and pride of being an American. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Right. And so, I believe it is the highest form, then, of patriotism to fight for the ideals of our country and to fight to realize the promise of America. So, North Carolina, we have 54 days until Election Day. 54 days. And just 35 days until early voting begins. And it's not only the presidency that's on the ballot. There are many important races, including Josh Stein running for governor. Whose opponent was handpicked by Donald Trump and wants a total ban on abortion in this state. Right. So these are the stakes in this election, up and down the ballot, up and down the ballot. But we know the power is with the people. The power is with the people. And your voice is your vote, North Carolina. Your vote is your voice. And we know, here's the thing also, we are loving our campaign, aren't we? We are loving this campaign. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. I know that. But here's also the thing. Ours will be a very tight race until the end, okay? It's going to be a tight race until the end, and we are the underdog. Understand that. We are the underdog. There are powerful forces trying to convince people that their vote doesn't matter. There are powerful forces here, too. But I say all that to say we've got some hard work ahead of us. But here's the thing I love about everybody here. We love hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is good work. And with your help, we will win in November. We will win. We will. We will win. So, North Carolina, today I then ask you, are you ready to make your voices heard? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And
Hi there, everyone. It's about 12 minutes past 4 o'clock in New York. You've been listening to Vice President Kamala Harris, indisputably fired up in Charlotte, North Carolina. That big rally there, kicking off a blitz across the battleground states with her running mate, Governor Tim Walz in Michigan today. Watching along with us, April Ryan, author of Black Women Will Save the World, and both Washington bureau chief and White House correspondent for the Griot. Also joining us, MSNBC columnist and contributor Charlie Sykes. With me at the table for the hour, former top State Department official during the Obama administration, Rick Stengel, is here. April Ryan, we'll get into North Carolina and other political developments, but this speech is the first speech since the debate. You heard her continuing to needle Donald Trump and repeating some of the biggest, I don't even know if you call them gaffes, but the most detrimental things Trump said for his campaign and candidacy, and realizing almost in real time there, oh, you all watched the debate. A neat moment there.
Yeah, you know, everyone who I've talked to who watched the debate, and I was in the spin room on Tuesday night, they cannot believe how poorly Donald Trump showed, and the things that he said, to include the issue of Springfield, Ohio, and Haitians, and this dog and cat issue, but also how he performed, the things he said on immigration, on abortion, etc. And particularly in this moment, on this day, when Donald Trump is talking about he is now a champion on IVF, when he was along with other Republicans talking about, the egg, what happens to the egg. They were thinking about criminalizing the issue if people killed the egg, or got rid of the egg if they didn't want the egg anymore. So Donald Trump is flip-flopping because he lost that debate, and Kamala Harris is in her element. She is more herself in these moments, particularly after what is considered a win for her Tuesday night. She gave it to him. She rattled his cage from the beginning until the very end. And tonight in North Carolina, this afternoon, she feels it, and in her Converse, she's walking in that victory.
There she is in her Converse. You know, Charlie Sykes, there's a lot about her campaign that doesn't have a parallel, right? It's brevity, the way at which she arrived at the nomination, the organic nature of the enthusiasm. But there's something so familiar to anyone who's worked on campaigns about momentum. This is what momentum looks like, to come out and really be in sort of call and response with the crowd. That is sort of what we see in the polls under the question about enthusiasm. This is where the enthusiasm numbers have totally flipped, and they advantage Democrats, they advantage Vice President Kamala Harris in a way they haven't sort of advantaged the Republican presidential candidate since 2008. Just talk about this moment for her campaign. And she made very clear, I mean, she doesn't want to ride that momentum. She doesn't want to be on that stage as the winner of anything yet. She said it is a very close race. We are the underdogs, but we love hard work, and hard work is good work. With your help, we will win.